Welcome to Inside Sim Racing. I'm Billy Strange, and in this edition of Test Drive, I will be checking out a mod for Assetto Corsa. So I'm going to let this trailer finish, and then we'll get into it. Yes, the Lancia Fulvia HF 1.6. See the modders right there. Rodrigo Matias sent us this preview. In fact, this preview build is 0.9. We weren't given a release date, but it could be out by now, by the time this video goes up. So we're taking the Fulvia out for a lap around the Nordschleife in an actual race against the Alpha GTAs. AI is set to 100%. And as always, quick rundown of the rig. G2 Omega ART chassis, TX base 599 rim, TH8A Shifter, all from Thrustmaster, and Ricmotech GT Pro 1 pedals. Now that that's out of the way, this car is a blast to drive. Oops. Gotta force my way through there. One of the best things this car does is it has excellent communication of side bite. You can really feel like the car's getting into the track when it's making the turns. Not that the car's stuck too much, because you can very easily overdrive the car, as you'll see me do a few times. But that's kind of the fun of these cars, is to try and push them as hard as you can, and to go over that limit and know where it's at. So the side bite, excellently communicated. Force feedback definitely gives you a fantastic feel of the front end and what's going on with the car. So there's no loss there. It looks great too. Detail in the interior of the car is nicely done. If you ever check out the mod, you can actually look to the right, and they've got the emblem off to the right that's like chrome plated, nice and shiny. You can actually see on the steering column there too, just a little bit, the nice reflections that you're getting from the environment around you. All in all, the outside is just the same way. It looks fantastic. It's even got a couple little animations in there for if you've got it in neutral and you wrap the throttle, the gear shifter moves just a little bit. It's just great. Lots of little detailed items that really bring the car to the next level. It's one of the best mods I've used on Assetto Corsa. The transmission, there's 3 types of transmission. I believe they're street, track, and rally, so they give you some different gear sets to play with, among actually playing with the actual ratio itself. Down into this left sweeper. Yup. Save it. Got it. Got it. I think that's the fun part of this car, is you feel you can overdrive it, and you know it's you that messed up, but you feel like there's still a chance that you can recover from a mistake. And I think that's one of the most fun things when you're racing, is to find that limit and step over that edge. Whoa! So right there, I've dialed in a little too much rear brake before I went out. I only ran 1 practice lap with this car, so I felt it had too much front end push, so I dialed a little rear brake into it. But the problem is now I had to hard brake in that turn, just like you saw there, and the back end steps out. It's great for the sweeping turns, because you can get in and push on the brake while you're on the throttle, and the back end will kind of help go around the turn instead of pushing the front end. But in hard braking situations, I've got too much dialed into the rear, and so that causes the back end to step out, and then you have to pedal the throttle in order to gather the car back up. But I know that's me. That's not, I mean, that's an action of what the car is doing, but that's because of something I did. I don't feel like it's doing anything unreasonable or unusual. Other than that, I didn't change anything with the car. So we're just going to enjoy this lap around the Nordschleife. Could have dropped a gear there, but we're just going to leave it where it's at. They had suggested that I try this car on the Nordschleife, and it's fun. I'm not a huge Nordschleife fan. I'll run it every once in a while. This car on this track, though, this is fun. I can, once again, I beat the same drum here, but these lower powered cars are usually excellent for multiplayer races. This one definitely will make you pay attention, stay focused, keep that rolling speed up. And they made this car to compete with the GTA. You might be able to run the Escort with it as well, because Assetto classifies it in that same class. Whether it will compete effectively with these two cars is another story, and I don't know if the Escort ever did run with these cars in like a road race. Maybe they did in rally. I'm not positive. And here we go to the outside. Go where they're not. A little too deep. Feels like there's not a whole lot of traction out there. But they were all slowed down on the inside. We're up to third. Once again, that AI at 100%. This is just a, I don't mean to gush over the car, but this is just a fun car to drive. It just communicates really well what it's doing. You know, I've played some other, or raced some other cars on this channel, and there's no feeling. There's no side bite to the car, so you can't tell where you're at until it's too late. And I realize some of that is the product of the car as I take the lead there, that you're driving. You know, if it's a mid-engine car, it's a little easier to snap oversteer. Oh, way too deep. Playing off the grass, gather the car back up. So not my cleanest lap on Nordschleife, but I'm having fun. I'm overdriving the car on purpose just to see what I can get it to do. And I'm having fun with it. I'm not frustrated. I'm not ready to like rip my hair out or anything. It's just fun. Even when I make a mistake, the car's still fun. I know I did that. Oh, curbs are death. Curbs are death. Don't touch those tall curbs. There you go, just waiting for my chance to get by here. Gonna leave the door open. Move the AI over just a little bit, and then on Assetto Corsa, they just kind of wave the white flag and let you go by. They give up, essentially. A little twitchy there. You can feel the body roll and what characteristics that play with the handling. This corner I messed up in. Oh, I'm going to mess it up again, and now there's transmission teeth lying all over the track. Nobody needs a transmission anyway, right? Nobody saw that. You guys didn't see anything. I overheat my tires, and now I'm not paying attention and overdrive that corner as well. Gather it back up. What I was trying to do is, these cars punch a pretty good hole in the air, and so the guys behind you, in this case this would be the AI, is going to get a significant toe in the draft. So I was trying to distance myself as much as I could before we got to this long straightaway. Unfortunately, I pushed too hard, and any gap that I had was negated by me completely messing up a couple of those last sets of turns. You can see he's now in the draft. I'm going to let him go by. I'm not going to fight it. Then I'll be able to get the draft and go back by him. There's 13 livery choices. All of them are excellent looking, I think. Of course, I had to pick the one with the teeth on it. Just like being different. Look kind of cool. So we're coming towards the end of the lap. Made a dive towards the inside. And get on the brakes early. Try not to let the front end push too bad. Little push. Not too bad. And waited too long to hit the brake there. And as you can see, the front end pushes again. But if you back the turn up, don't try to enter quite as hard. It'll roll right around the turn. And that's a lap at Nordschleife with the Fulvia HF 1.6. Again, we'd like to thank Matthias and Rodrigo for sending us the preview. Great job, guys. Fun car to drive. As always, leave a comment below. If you've got a suggestion, hit that like button if you would. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching and take care.